Friends, is it audible? Friends, is it audible? Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So have you understood what is malware? Malware includes malwares are different types of malwares are available. Those are viruses, a Trojan, or a spyware, or ransomware, or adware, or a botnets over there. So viruses may replicate your original file into 2 or more times, or the spyware is available, which is a program secretly records what the user does, so that cyber criminals can make use of these information. Then ransomware is the lock your particular system. A stored file will be locked unless and until the particular payment will be done. You are not going to get that particular data or a file over there. Then adware is the advertising software which can be used to spread a malware. Then the botnets is a network of malware infected computers which cyber criminals use to perform the task online without the user's permission. That means without the user permission, it is going to access that particular account. They can perform their own transaction online over there. So that is the malware. Then coming to the SQL injection, next one is a SQL injection. A SQL injection is anything you want to ask? Any doubts? A SQL injection is the SQL full form is a structured query language. So an SQL injection is a type of cyber attack used to take control and steal data from a database over there. So whenever you are storing any data, that will be accessed by unknown persons. The entire cyber attack will be done for your data only. Whatever you have stored the data, it will be accessed by the particular thing. The SQL is the major software where the data is stored. It is a structured query language. You can say that it is a RDBMS where the data is stored in the form of a table. Data is stored in that, and you are going to access. Without your permission, the cyber criminals are accessing that particular data. An SQL injection is a type of cyber attack used to take control of and steal the data from the database. So cyber criminals exploit vulnerable in data driven application to insert malicious code into a database via malicious SQL statement. SQL statement is the set of commands to access the data, whether you want to create any table, whether you want to insert records into that, whether you want to access the data stored in the database. So all these necessary things are taken as SQL statements, that set of commands over there. Through that command, you are going to access the records from that. This gives them access to the sensitive information contained in the database. That means when you access that using the set of commands, and you are going to get the records from the database. The SQL injection is the set of commands used to access the data without the higher authorities permission or the created permissions. They are going to access the data from the database over there. A phishing is another thing where when the cyber criminals target victims with the emails. So they are going to send the mails to the persons that appear to be from the legitimate company asking for a sensitive information. So they are going to send the data, or they are going to send the mails to the company. Company name will be there. So they are going to ask your personal information or the sensitive information over there. When you feed that particular thing, they are going to get the personal data from that mail only. So phishing attacks are often used to dupe people into handing over the credit card data and other personal information. So they may get the information like details of a credit card and other personal information also. So phishing is the word where it is used by the cyber criminals to target the victims with the emails. They are going to send the mails to ask the individual information or the personal information, and they are making use of some company's name to feed the information. Then next one is the man in the middle attack. A man in the middle attack is a type of cyber threat where the cyber criminals intercept communication between two individuals in order to steal the data. For example, on an unsecure Wi-Fi network, an attacker could intercept data being passed from the victim's device and the network over there. So if your system is connected to network, they are going to get the information, whatever you are making a transaction over there, they are going to get the data from that. And the particular Wi-Fi network, if it is unsecure, that time they are going to attack those things. An attacker could get the data being passed from that victim's device. So whenever the users, whatever the user is performing the task over there, they are going to get the information if it is not secured, if the Wi-Fi is not secured. If the Wi-Fi is secured, then they won't get that data. If a device is used, if you are making any payment from the laptop or the desktop systems over there or a mobile device, then they are going to get the data if the Wi-Fi is not secured. Man in the middle is the attacking the particular data or accessing the information from that device which are used to perform the tasks. Then denial of service attack. A denial of service attack is the where cyber criminals prevent a computer system from fulfilling legitimate requests by overwhelming the networks and servers with the traffic over there. So traffic means what? If multiple persons are sending the data at a time, then they generates traffic over there. This renders of the system is unsafe. It is and preventing the organization from carrying out the vital functions over there. So that means a denial of service attack is the uh, uh, technique where the cyber criminals prevent a computer system from fulfilling a legitimate request by overwhelming. That means if you are sending any message, if you are performing any task over there, they are going to stop that by sending the other junk mails to create the traffic over there. In the network, if traffic is available, they are going to stop your transactions or whatever you want to communicate with the other systems. So through the network, they are going to create the problem over there. Any doubts you have in this? What is phishing? What is SQL injection? And what is malware? And other two concepts are man in the middle attack and denial of service attack. Friends, is it audible? Friends, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts regarding this?
No, sir.
What is a malware? Types of malware, then SQL injection, then what is phishing, then what is man in the middle attack, and denial of service attack. You have any doubts regarding this?
No, sir.
According to the, based on the purpose, how they are going to make attack the data, or they are going to perform illegal actions on that. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Huh? You have any doubts?
Malware. No, sir.
Ask me. Tell me. Have any doubts? Anything you want to ask regarding this? Or shall I continue? You have any doubts?
Yes, sir. Can continue.
Okay. Now, need of a cyber security. Why we required a cyber security? From social media to online banking to digital hospital records, or every piece of our lives are available on the internet itself. So all of us, we know that whatever we are making any transactions, we are entering the data, we are storing the data, everything is available on the internet itself. So if you are taking the data from the hospitals over there, whatever the records are there, those things are also available on the internet itself. So each and everything is recorded, and the online banking, whatever you are making a transaction over there for making a payment or transferring the amount from one account number to another account, like that, if you are performing any transaction over there, those things are available on the internet itself. Hackers and other nefarious characters can fight to gain access to this information and use it for their own purposes. So that means the each and every transaction, each and every time, we required a security for that. In a sense, everyone needs a cyber security. So whether you are performing any financial transaction, or you're storing a data, you're sending an email, all these necessary things, from the social media to online banking to digital hospital records, every piece of our lives are available on the internet. Hackers and other nefarious characters can fight to gain. They want to access our personal information, not only for financial transaction, for other purpose also. They are going to collect our data, so that they can harm our system, or they can make a money from that particular thing over there. So each and everything, in essence, everyone needs a cyber security. So we require, each and every person should requires a cyber security over there. Then what is a cyber security? Cyber security can be described as collective methods. It is called collective methods or technologies and processes to help to protect the confidentiality. That means whatever the transaction we are making, we should feel that it is secured, and integrity and availability of computer systems, networks, and data against the cyber attacks or unauthorized access. So the cyber security means what? It can be described as collective methods. How, what are the methods are available to prevent the illegal access? If someone is accessing the data without our permission, how to avoid those things? These are the collective methods or the technologies and the processes to help the protect of confidentiality. That means we should feel that if the particular transaction is safe, secure, like that. So integrity and availability of the computer system. Then collectivity, integrity means what? Combining two or more transactions over there, or two or more systems over there, that we are going to create the integrity and availability of the computer systems or the network. Computer system means individual system, where network means two or more computers are connected, and whatever the data is stored in that particular computer, that should be, we feel that it should be safe. It is safe now. So that to avoid or the accessing, illegal accessing of against the cyber attacks or unauthorized access over there. So it is going to uh, create a safeguard to prevent our data. The main purpose of the cyber security is to protect all organizational assets from both external and internal threats, as well as disruption caused due to the natural disasters. So that means it is going to safeguard the entire organization is safe now. You should feel that particular confidence, the particular data will not be destroyed, or it will not be accessed by illegal persons, whether it may be external or internal threats. Each and every moment data should be proper. It should not be corrupted, or it should not be accessed by illegal users over there. So cyber security is the collective methods or the technologies and processes to help the to protect our data over there. As organizational assets are made up of multiple disparate systems, and effective and efficient cyber security postures are required. Coordinated efforts across all its information systems. Therefore, cybersecurity is made up of the following subdomains. How where how this particular data can be safeguarded, how we can prevent this illegal access. Like, like that, they are if questions are arise, the solution for this is first one is the application security. What do you mean by application security? Application security involves implementing various defenses within all softwares and services used within the organization against a wide range of threats. It requires designing secure application architecture, writing secure code, then implementing strong data input, then validation should be proper, then threat modeling, etc., to minimize the likelihood of any unauthorized access or modification of application resources over there. So that means if anything, any statement of account, if you asked, that will be in, secured with the your PAN number or something over there. Unless and until you enter the PAN number, the particular file will not be open. Like that, security will be there. Each and every organization, whatever the data is storing, if the levels are different, that means a user level to a CEO level, according to their level, they need to access the data. If they want to access the other forms, they should, in the particular authorization should be there, then only they can access the data. The application security involves implementing various defenses within all softwares, whatever the softwares you are using for our organization and services you used. So whatever the services you are providing, whether the user is accessing the data from any other things, or whether he requires that particular data to perform any transaction over there, or to perform the data, to perform the regular activities or the operations from the computer system. Each and every moment, the it is going to make a record of that particular thing. Whatever the softwares arrangements you are making for that, there is the application security. It requires designing of security application, designing of a security application or the architecture, or writing secure code. If you write, if you know the programming, or if you know the coding part over there, writing a secure code for accessing that particular thing, then implementing strong data input. Yeah, that requires a validation. A validation should be proper for that, then the application security will work fine. Identify the management and the data security. So that means identifying the management means what? How the employees are distributed, what are their levels of accessing the data, how the data is secured. That entire thing will be taken care. Then identifying the management includes frameworks, processes, and activities that enables authentication and authorization of legitimate individuals to information system within an organization. A data security involves implementing strong information storage mechanism that ensures security of data at rest and in transit over there. So that means each and every moment the data will be secured. Illegal access are not allowed. That means the different levels are there. A user level, a manager level, a supervisor level will be there. Then the highest authority CEO will be there, chief executive officer. So according to their levels, they need to access that particular thing. If they are accessing illegal, the proper authorization and authentication should be there, then only they will get the information that from that particular system. Next one is a network security. A network security involves what? Implementing both hardware and software mechanism to protect the network and infrastructure from the unauthorized access. That means hardware components may be you are making a, use of a cables over there, modem will be there, and if you are using the internet connection, particular spyware should be installed, and the my whatever the application softwares are available, you when you install that, that should not contain any errors or any viruses from other systems. They should not be affected, or the data is transferred from one system to another system. If it contains virus, a proper message should be displayed on that particular user, so that the particular user system should be safeguarded. So network security involves implementing both hardware as well as the software, hardware components as well as the software components, to protect the network and infrastructure from unauthorized access. So infrastructure should be proper, so, because when we are using internet, it should be a password protected, so that no persons are allowed to access the same internet connection over there. Then disruption and misuse. So for me, the particular connection should not be misused. Effective network security helps to protect organizational assets against the multiple external or internal threats over there. So it will help us to protect the organizational assets, yeah, say internal or the external threats over there. Then next one is a mobile security. A mobile security refers to protecting both organizational and personal information stored on mobile devices like cell phones or laptops, tablets, etc., from various threats such as unauthorized access, device loss, or theft, malware, etc. How the mobile phones are tracked? If any mobile phones are lost, how the mobile phones are tracked? Friends, how to keep track of that particular lost mobile? Is there any identification is available? How to track a mobile phone? Friends, is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Mobile phone, how to track a mobile phone? When the mobile is lost, how to track that particular phone? Is there any particular identification is there available for the particular mobile phone?
Yes, sir.
What is that? No.
Based on that number, sir.
What number? You should communicate with me. Otherwise, simple continuous class will not run. You should ask any question because this is general subject it is. All of you are acquainted with these problems. Whatever I am discussing, there is no new things in that. Only technical point of view we are going to demonstrate. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then if mobile phone is lost, how the peoples are tracking for that particular thing?
Sir,
How they are tracking? You not
using
heard
GPS,
anything
sir.
about, huh?
Using GPS. sir.
Caller ID, sir.
Caller ID. Okay, a particular
Using
device,
GPS. sir.
GPS. No, madam.
Yes, sir.
You have not heard about IMUI number?
Yes.
Yes or no? IMUI number will be there. Each and every device has a different number. If you are purchasing
Sir, I
two
told you
mobiles,
that, sir.
which one?
I told you, sir, number. Your voice was not clearly audible, sir. I had network problem.
You told that, huh?
Yes, sir.
IMVI number. That is the tracking of that particular device. Through that, you can make a track of the particular mobile phone. Now, is it audible properly? My voice is clear?
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
So mobile security refers to what? Protecting both organizational and personal information stored on mobile devices like cell phones, laptops, tablets, or from various threats such as unauthorized access. So what is the security for PhonePe?
UPI.
UPI code will be there. What it contains? How the PhonePe works? The whatever phone number you are using, that phone should be connected to your account. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That phone number should be connected to your bank account. Then it should have a connectivity. For that, you should get the messages from that particular bank. It should be linked. Then PhonePe can be installed and it should get the message from that particular bank. Then only your PhonePe will connect to that bank. Yes or no? That means your phone is you should use the same mobile phone, whatever you're given the number. That is the main thing. That means a particular thing, whatever the data is given to the banks, that is proper. You are making use of those things. So mobile phone, so mobile security refers to protecting the organizational as well as personal information stored on mobile devices. So whatever that account is, bank account is there, bank account number you have, then that should be connected to your bank. The phone number, whatever the given to the bank, the same number you have to use it. That is one more security over there. Like that, you are going to avoid unauthorized access. from that particular transaction over there. You can avoid those things. Then next one is a cloud security. Security relates to designing secure cloud architecture and application for organizations using various cloud services providers such as AWS or the Google or Azure or Darkspace, like that. So many applications are available. So you can create a security as a cloud security over there. Effective architecture and environment configuration ensures protection against the various threats. Once the cloud security is created, it is going to uh, uh, avoid the unauthorized access. It will not create any threats for this particular application. To avoid that particular thing, you need a cloud security. How the cloud security can be designed using the AWS or Google or Azure or Rackspace, etc. You can make use of creating the cloud security. Then the next one is disaster recovery and business continuity planning over there. So DR and BC deals with the processes, monitoring, alerts, and plans that help the organizations prepare for keeping the business critical systems online during and the after any kind of disasters, as well as resuming lost operations and system after an incident over there. So disaster recovery and business continuity planning, that means if the data is stored or lost from that particular hard disk, how you are going to recover those things. So disaster recovery and business continuity planning means what? Whatever the data is stored in a hard disk, you are going to make safeguard for this. If anything goes wrong or the data is corrupted, how you are going to recover those things? If the transactions are lost, they are the operations, whatever you have performed, that if it is lost, then how you are going to create or how you are going to recover from that particular data. So that is a disaster recovery and business continuity planning. The business continuity planning means what? If the data is lost, again, and next day onwards, the should take place. So how you are going to continue with that particular business over there? What are the actions you are taking? That is disaster recovery and the business continuity planning over there. So just go through this slide over there. You have any doubts? Like application security, then mobile security, cloud security. Any doubts you have?
No doubts.
Are you following this subject?
Yes, sir.
What is cyber security? What is the requirement of cyber security over there? What are the different areas where we are getting the problem and how to avoid those problems with the different security concepts over there, like application security, then a network security, then mobile security, then cloud security, and disaster recovery and business continuing plan. Any doubts, friends? Any doubts? Hello, is it audible?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
You have any doubts?
Sir,
No. What are the different importance and challenges of cyber security? What are the areas where we need to improve or to maintain the security for that? Given the rapidly evolving technology landscape and the fact that adoption of software is ever increasing across the various sectors. So many areas we have studied now where the security is required and we are maintaining or creating a security. Last slide we have discussed regarding the mobile security, a cloud security over there, a network security, then application security, how the network security is taking place, how the mobile phone security, how the personal information can be made as safeguard without accessing illegal users. Then what is the cloud security, what is the disaster recovery and business continuity planning over there. These are the different concepts available to uh, uh, take the cyber security over there. So that means all these things, the entire thing, when you consider this, whether it is a application security or a network security or the mobile security, other than this cloud security or disaster recovery, all this entire thing are, they are going to safeguard the data from illegal access. So any person is without administrator or the permission, without permission, if they want to access that data, how you are going to avoid, how to safeguard your make a safeguard from that stored data. The application security, when you consider whatever the data is stored, if illegal persons are accessing it, not only out from the outside, in the within the internal only, if the organization, if the levels are different, if they want to access that particular data, how you can prevent those things, how, what are the measurement things you are taking to avoid or to prevent the illegal access from that. So that is application security. Then the network security means what? Wi-Fi. Whenever you are using a Wi-Fi connection over there, then how to prevent those illegal access. Network security involves implementing both hardware and software mechanism over there. In the network, when the data is transferring, it should not be accessed from other persons, to protect the network and the infrastructure from unauthorized access. So illegal access should not be there, and they should not interfere for our regular operations. The effects may be internal or external. Then mobile security is what? It is going to safeguard the data, whatever the information we have stored in the mobile, that should not be accessed by other persons. It may be, the data may be stored in a cell phone or a laptop or a tablet over there. So from various threats such as unauthorized access or a device loss or theft or a malware effects will be there. So like that, you are taking the uh, uh, taking care of that particular devices. And cloud security refers to creating an architecture and application using AWS, Google, Azure, or Rackspace over there to create a cloud security. Then disaster recovery is a business continuity planning That means a disaster recovery is if the data, stored data is lost, how we are going to continue our business over there, how the transaction takes place. Like that, we are going to create, take care of as a backup over there. Like that, we are going to continue. These are the major areas. Friends, is there any doubts regarding this?
No, sir.
Have you understood what is your subject? What are the topics we are discussing now?
Yes, sir.
It is a, all of you know that it is a communication class. So regular class will not be there. Whatever the topics I am covering, within that, if you have any doubts, you should communicate with me. If something is asked, you should answer. Then only the communication class will taking place. Are you following this? Sangeeta,
Yes, sir.
are you following? You should communicate with
Yes.
me. Sabha,
Ha, sir.
you should communicate. You should give answer. It may be wrong.
Communicating, sir. I'm
Ah.
communicating, sir.
It may be wrong, but you should try to answer for that.
Okay, sir.
That's why communication can takes place between the two persons or within the classroom. The classroom entire thing becomes a communication class over there. You should ask doubt, then we will try to clarify those doubts, and whatever information we are providing. That is a major thing is introduction part only. It is not the regular thing. You have syllabus copy. You have syllabus copy. Friends, is it audible?